In Search of Me Now podcast. I'm your host, Lynette M. Bradshaw, so let's get going. Hey guys, what's up? It's Lynette M. Bradshaw here, your host at In Search of Me Now podcast, formerly HER Reconnected. Yes, you're in the right place. New name, same message. This podcast is a companion to my best-selling book, In Search of Me, A Journey to Self-Love, Self-Worth, and Purpose. But the message here is still about you taking time, finding courage, finding faith to turn to the woman in your mirror, because she knows your story. She knows your journey. She knows your fears and your preconceived ideas of what your life should be. But because of what she's endured, you can't seem to walk into the future that's possible for you. When I wrote my book, I was coming off of a 19-and-a-half-year marriage and divorce. And I was still trying to figure out, who was I? I remember asking God, who am I? Who am I now? And I had to go on a journey of my own for the first time in my life, where I took my eyes off of everybody else. I stopped blaming my parents and my ex-husband and the ex-lovers and the friends. Although they may have had parts in it, where I wanted to go, where I was at that time, was all in my hands. Now, we all know that when you turn and look at yourself in the mirror, the first thing you want to do is judge yourself, right? I want you to be able to look in the mirror at yourself, not judge, but have compassion and grace for yourself. You know something, when you look at someone acting a certain way, you'll say, well, what's wrong with them? But how many times does someone say, what happened to you? I had to get to that place where I said, what happened to me? Why am I like this? Why am I guarded? Why is it that I don't really trust people? Why is it that I feel like I have to be my own protector? Why am I that way? The answers are never easy, but necessary. Because you don't have to remain in a place where you don't feel enough. You don't feel worthy. You need validation from everyone else. You're blaming everybody else as to the reasons why you are who you are. The world sees a bitter woman, but your heart says that you're hurt and you're wounded. But you won't see those things about yourself because you're too busy ignoring who you are. You're too busy making excuses for why you act the way you act. So I'm asking you, sis, what happened to you? And are you tired of being in that same place emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and even physically? Because when we're wounded on the inside, it shows up in our life. It shows up in our conversation. And so what I want you to do is give yourself permission to follow me on this journey as I share things from my own past, because my goal is to always be authentic with you. I am an author, a speaker, a coach, a photographer, and a podcaster. My journey goes back many years, but there are still things daily that I discover about myself. Some of those things I like, and some of them, girl, no, I don't like those at all. But I'm at a place now where I understand that I can give myself permission to understand what happened to me. Why am I this way? Why do I respond this way? But I didn't just get here. So I want you to know you can too. You can ask yourself those questions. Who am I? Who am I now? Why do I act the way that I act? And why do I respond the way that I do? And know that it's the beginning of you knowing, who am I? Who am I now? So on this podcast, that's what I'm going to help you do. I'm going to share some tips with you. I'm going to share my journey with you. And also, I'm going to bring on some other amazing ladies who have found the courage to turn to their own reflection and do their own work. Go through the surgery of removing what no longer serves them and in opening themselves up to the possibility of a better life, a greater, deeper version of themselves. And knowing that by doing that, Not only do they transform their lives, but they transform the lives of others who they share their story with boldly and confidently. So here we go. We're on a journey. I shifted the name, but the message is still the same. Welcome to In Search of Me Now. You'll receive a new episode every week. I'm excited about this journey. It's not always easy to change, but it's a power statement when you do it, because you know that there is something greater on the other side. So let's go on this journey together and find out who you are on the other side of that thing, that episode, that relationship, that divorce, that no, that rejection. It's up to you. Now give yourself permission to go with me on this journey and turn to the woman in your reflection.